Greetings. This is Keith Courville, Director of Professional Development and University Programs for the Associated Professional Educators of Louisiana, otherwise known as A+PEL. Today, I'd like to discuss with you student learning targets as part of the COMPASS program set forth by the state. Now, a student learning target, or an SLT, is meant as a replacement for the value-added measure, and they're used primarily in non-tested grades and subjects or in subjects that do not have a valid value-added measurement yet. For example, they may not have an end-of-course test that lends itself to value-added data. Now, the purpose of these student learning targets is for you as a teacher to be able to communicate and quantify student growth. So basically, you're making your own goals and in essential, making your own value-added measurement by showing student growth. Now, in terms of best practices for student learning targets, ideally, you'd want to give a pre-test so you can see student progress, what they know already. You're going to talk with principals, talk with school leadership team, talk to other teachers in your school and in your district, and set a student performance goal. For example, let's say you give an assessment and it's, first day of school, so the students score about a 20%. You would expect, after months of instruction at the end of this course, that the student average on that same test would be about 75%. Therefore, that would be your student learning target. It's a goal and you're tracking student progress. And as an experienced teacher, you know where your students are expected to finish at the end of a class. So you're setting a goal, both personally and for that class, to see if you can exceed it. Now, ideally, and this is something that has incidentally changed, the principal should meet with you. You have the right to modify and change your student learning target, and it's important that you adjust your student learning target as necessary. If you don't feel that students are going to make a certain goal, or perhaps you underestimated your students and you put the goal too low, this is a conversation that needs to continue throughout the school year to be accurate. However, allow me to note, it is no longer a legal requirement for the principal to meet with you twice a year. The only requirement is to meet with you initially and then set the goal and see if you meet it. However, I would say that you should still communicate to your principal about the progress that is being made in your classrooms, because that is the point of having a student learning target. Now in the next video, we're actually going to give some examples to help guide you in writing your student learning targets.